welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Honduras 2, Canada 1 in League A, Group C of the 2022 CONCACAF Nations League. 2-1, Honduras. Good performance. Definitely helped by a tropical disturbance and the fact the pitch was a slip and slide, but we'll get into that. Goals were scored as follows. In the 13th minute, Kevin Lopez takes a shot. Can't get on. Larea can't get his foot through. Shot curls in past Borjan. Slippery shot. 1-0, 1-0. That's the way we go into halftime. 1-0, 1-0, Honduras. Then in the 79th minute, Kervin Arriaga scores. Great goal. Good shot. 2-0. Shoddy defending, but 2-0 for Honduras. 2-0, 79th minute. Then in the 86th minute, Jonathan David gets the ball off a bad giveaway, or the ball is passed to him from a play off a bad giveaway. And he runs in, takes the shot, puts it under the goalkeeper, rolls it in the net. 86th minute, 2-1, 2-1. That's the way it would end. Canada gets back into it, but that's all they could do. Red card late in the match. All they could do, 2-1, 2-1. They lose, but they fight. Heads held high. Can't do much worse than that, or can't do better, or how do I put this? It could be worse. It could be worse. They did pretty well for the circumstances. Stats are as follows. 6 shots to 7. 5 shots on goal to 3. 50% possession to 50% possession. 249 passes to 262. 93% pass accuracy to 84% pass accuracy. 15 fouls to 17. 0 offside to 0. 2 yellow cards to 7. 0 red card to 1. 2 corners to 4. So, as you can see from the thumbnail, I do have the graphical tropical weather outlook up from the National Hurricane Center, and you can see the satellite picture on it as well. And I said, Canada lost to a tropical disturbance, because they did. Rained heavily in Honduras pre the match, and the pitch was basically a slip and slide, a straight up slip and slide. And Honduras was better in that area, that climate, than we were, because that's what they're used to. They're used to tropical weather, and they're used to rainy weather, to tropical climate, and Canada wasn't. It's the opposite effect of the Azteca situation. We got Azteca'd, but with a tropical disturbance. Not saying that they set that tropical disturbance up to happen when it happened to put Canada on the back burner. They didn't. It just was happening. I knew about it 5 days before, that disturbance, that wave. I didn't realize it was going to be like this during the match today. I didn't. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Honduras was, I wouldn't say the better team tonight, but they used the climate better than Canada did. Canada tried to play their same game exactly in this game, like they normally do, and it didn't work on that pitch. And once they realized they were down 1-0, and honestly, you could say early on in the second half they looked better, but then the goal happened and they were down 2-0. When they really started understanding, oh, we got to change up a bit, this is kind of the first time they haven't really changed it up, honestly. And I get it. Once you have something that isn't broke, you really don't fix it. But in this situation, you kind of have to. And that's why Honduras was better tonight, because they exactly played the way they knew how to play in this situation. They shithoused. They preyed on slips. They preyed on horrible passes, overhit or underhit. And they knew how to play exactly the picture-perfect ball. And they did. And Canada couldn't close down quick enough in the rain. There was a lot of slips. There were a lot of uncharacteristic things from the Canadian men's national team tonight. But then again, what do you expect? In a deluge, in a tropical deluge, and a pitch that's a slip and slide. Be nice down here. It's still 85 degrees and it's almost midnight. Down there, though, like what? Mid-30s, low 40s Celsius. But where I am right now, other than that, what would it exactly be for the situation. You know exactly what it is. They were playing on a slip and slide and they didn't know how to handle it. And I think it's a good thing to have a test here like this. I really do. Because, of course, you're going to the World Cup. It's not going to be that rainy. So I definitely am not worried about World Cup matches. And, of course, in Curacao and Canada, it's not going to be that type of pitch in the return match in Curacao and the home match against Honduras in March. So I'm not worried about the Nations League either. I think they'll still get through the group. Honduras was the slightly better team because they knew how to handle their climate. Canada didn't. They got reverse Azteca'd. You got to tip your hat. At that, you just got to tip your hat and say, hey, y'all did what you had to do and you were slightly better. Tip your hat. I'd rather win in January when it really mattered than the Nations League where we could still win at home, win at Curacao, and still go through. Does it hurt the seeding in the semis? Yeah. Is it not the best situation to be in? Yeah. But again, I'd rather lose now than the European friendlies before the World Cup, the send-off matches, and at the World Cup. I'd rather lose now. Honduras shithoused us. Okay, I'm not mad about it. Who would be mad about it? If you're really mad about that, I don't know what to tell you. It's football. It's bound to happen. They know how to handle playing in a tropical disturbance. A tropical storm, tropical whatever. It's a tropical disturbance, tropical wave, but a tropical deluge. Let's put it like that, right? They know how to play in a rainstorm. Hell, down in Honduras and El Salvador during the 2020 CONCACAF League, what did they do? They played during a tropical storm, a weakening tropical storm, Category 4 hurricane, right? Weakens the tropical storm. The next day, it's just a lot of rain. What did they do? I mean, there was no fans in the grounds because it was during COVID, so they probably could get away with this, but they played in it. 2 matches that day. Round of 16. Was it quarterfinals or round of 16? It was one of them. I think it was Ada. Hurricane Ada was where that happened. Now, at that point, it was tropical storm. So they've done this before. And that was actually a stronger storm than what this Invest is. Invest 93L, I think. I think it was 92L as PTC was forming, so it's 93. But, hey, my worlds collided, didn't it? That's why I'm harping on it. I'm not harping on it for an excuse. I get CONCACAFs like this. You take any advantage you can, and by your climate, there are advantages to playing towards your climate when they're not used to it, like Azteca or Minnesota or Hamilton, so to speak. I mean, or Toronto against Jamaica. I mean, it snowed. I don't think nobody expected that, but that's football in CONCACAF. You take advantage of your climate. I'm not mad about that at all. We did it to Mexico. We did it to Costa Rica. We did it to the USA. We did it to Jamaica. Jamaica did it to us. That was the worst match in the Octo still. Even the losses weren't as bad as that National Stadium game. Honduras did it to us. It's football. Honduras were slightly better because they knew how to handle it. And that's all I'm going to say. They were slightly better because they knew how to handle the climate. And they scored 2 goals. Canada had an okay performance. They didn't put me off. They didn't scare me about their performance. That's football. Football. That's how it goes. At that point. It's football. At this point, you got to throw your hands up in the air and just say, yeah, that happened. Let's move on. Let's move on to the European friendlies. Let's move on to the World Cup. Let's move on to the send-off matches and then March. Move on to the friendlies, the send-off matches, the World Cup, then the friendlies, then the Nations League in March. That's all you can do at this point. You got to wipe your hands of it and just go on. Because it could be worse. It could have been worse. Could have been better too, but it could have been worse. I'm not mad about this at all. We got CONCACAF'd by the weather and Honduras knowing how to play in their weather. Congratulations. That's a hat tip. I'm tipping my hat to that. I respect it. At least it wasn't 8-1 again. I don't feel as depressed about it like I was 8-1 or the 2018 cycle, losing there. It's football. I'm going to forget this one tomorrow, and I think we all will. And we've already slayed that dragon while playing Honduras in Honduras back in January. So we still have that. It was bound to happen. Honduras is still a hard place to play. That's football. It's a hard place to play. San Pedro Sula still got it, especially in a tropical disturbance. Big ups to Honduras. Good performance on the night. Definitely better because you knew how to handle it. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once you're subscribed, hit that like button. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this to play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. Tomorrow, we have a live watch along of Costa Rica versus New Zealand and a review, and somehow I'll be live for Jamaica versus Mexico, whether it's on my channel or Ryan LFC's, and then we'll review that as well. So it's a double day in some way, shape, or form. But there you go. Congrats, Honduras. Great win. You fought for it. Good job. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace.